Everybody loves talking about the Porsche ownership experience, you know, right up until the warranty runs out. And that, my friends, is where the true Porsche experience begins. That's where a small mechanical failure, well, it turns into a 5-figure decision. So if you're shopping for a Porsche, this video right here may save you thousands or may change your mind totally. So let's start at the top with the big one, the PDK Mechatronic unit. Wow, that's a mouthful, and it should be, because this unit is basically the brains and central nervous system of your transmission. And when it's working, you know, you think nothing about it. The car drives, it shifts smooth. But when it fails, well, that's a $6,000 to $15,000 bill right off the top. And the crazy thing about it is it gives you very little warning. One day you're driving fine, no indicators, but then the next day your car falls into limp mode. Instantly, you got a 3,000-pound paperweight. This right here, well, this is the repair that sends grown men to Google at 2 a.m. in the morning, searching, sell my Porsche quick. Okay, guys, so next, let's talk about the front axle lift system. This is a feature that, you know, I don't know anyone who has it that doesn't absolutely love it. But here's the thing. The axle lift system is prone to failure, and these failures typically happen somewhere in the range of 40 to 60,000 miles. Now, the crazy part about it is it comes from a seal leakage, and I'm told that the seal runs anywhere from $15 to $60. But here's the kicker. Porsche won't sell you that part. You have to replace the entire strut, and that repair is anywhere from $3,000 to $4,000. Yeah, that stings, because now you're not paying for the repair. You're paying for how Porsche decides they want to package the repair. The Porsche Active Aero system. This is probably the coolest feature on any Porsche, bar none. You just love it when that tail goes up when you're driving. But here's the thing. When either of these actuators decides to fail, well, Porsche, they won't sell you that motor separately. They require that you replace the entire wing assembly. And that right there is anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000. And we're not even talking about the color match. Yeah, so you thought it was free to drive around with your spoiler up in there. So now we got to talk about this little teeny tiny problem that tends to pop up, you know, 55 to 70,000 miles. And that's the coolant line failure, which usually starts with a tiny little leak. You're not sure where it's coming from, but you may notice a couple of puddles, tiny puddles on your garage floor. In time, you have to add a little bit of coolant to the reservoir, but still, you're not really thinking that this is something critical that I got to deal with. Well, until it becomes something critical that you got to deal with. And this problem here, this can be an $1,800 to $4,000 problem. And that all depends on the location of the leak. Hopefully it doesn't require a full engine out. And if that does, wow, that's going to sting. See, the problem with the teeny tiny coolant leak is there's no such thing as a teeny tiny coolant leak. And this right here, this is a challenge that a lot of Porsche owners just, quite frankly, they struggle with. And that is the coil packs, the electrical sensors, the ignition components, the water pump, the fuel pump. Those things that just tend to fail, and they don't just fail in isolated issues, they tend to fail in combination or in succession. What I mean is, you go into the dealership or you go to your independent shop and they tell you today that this is wrong, but this over here is probably going to be wrong soon. And now you scratch your head wondering, how did I have a perfectly fine operating car yesterday, and today they telling me the name or price for the bill? So when you look at Porsche ownership and dealing with unexpected repairs, something small can run you $1,500. So rule of thumb, when you take your Porsche in to service, just know that whatever number they come back with, it's going to have a comma in it. Now let's talk about our Porsche SUVs, because I get the impression that these owners are watching the video sitting over in the corner trying to be quiet as if they will avoid attention. No, 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 not on the wastegate. So let's talk about the transfer case failure. This is something that is not uncommon in the SUVs. It starts with a binding and jerky sensation when you're driving. You know, you're driving, you're holding a steady speed, but yet your SUV feels like it's searching for the right gear to be in, or you're gradually accelerating and it's just jerking and just has unnatural actions. Well, this is your prototypical transfer case failing. And this, my friends, $3,000 to $6,000 without batting an eye. So you guys thought you were the most practical Porsche owner. But this is where practicality meets Porsche pricing. Welcome to the party. The PASM suspension system is probably one of Porsche's best features across all models and all trims, until it isn't. You see, if any one of these struts fail, you don't just replace the PASM strut. You have to replace the entire axle setup instantly, $1,800 to $3,200. Yep, the failure of one component penalizes the entire setup. So now we're coming to the part of the video where our fellow Panamera owners, you know, they're looking at the video, they're thinking, oh, whew, I can tiptoe out of this video. The coast is clear. No, because now we're going to talk about the air suspension failure. And this is a failure that's not uncommon to Panameras and Cayennes that are equipped with the air suspension. It starts with a leak in the strut, or a compressor failure, or a leak in the seals that connect from the airline to the strut. If you have to replace a strut, well, that can be $2,000. If you have to replace a compressor, that could be upwards of $2,000, $2,500. But if you have to replace the entire system, well, now you're looking at upwards of $9,000, $10,000. And here's the problem. The systems tend to simply fail with age. So if you're one of those people that have these garage queens that you sit up and you don't drive, guess what? Now, guys, this last one, it's like sacrilege to even mention. In fact, I mentioned this one with my fingers crossed. Bore scoring. Nowhere near as common as it once was. But if this does indeed happen to you, this is a $15,000 to $35,000 bill. In fact, this is not even a repair. This is a turning point. And even beyond the repairs, there's another range of costs that Porsche owners tend to underestimate. And that's your diagnostic fees, which would be $200 to $500 depending on what the issue is. Imagine having a targa top that's not fully retracting or fully converting back. That could be $400 just for them to look at. Then you have the actual labor. Porsches are tightly packed. That means labor charges can fluctuate and be more than normal because more labor has to be involved. If they got to pull an engine out, if they have to access something that's on the front end of the engine where, you know, it just takes more time to disassemble things, well, those labor costs become astronomical. And then there's the parts issue. It's not uncommon for a part to fail on your car and you're thinking, well, I need that part. Well, it's not that easy because Porsche has made it a process, has made it a standard operating procedure to package parts as part of an entire assembly. So you go in needing an actuator, but they don't sell actuators. They sell the entire assembly. And that can be a pricey proposition. So guys, let me be clear. Porsche does not build unreliable products. They just don't. In fact, Porsche cars are probably some of the best engineered products that you can purchase. But when that engineering fails, it doesn't fail cheaply. You see, you pay for precision even when it fails. So now if you're considering buying a Porsche out of warranty, just know that you're not just buying the car, you're buying everything that can potentially go wrong with the car. So guys, thanks for watching this episode of The Wastegate, and do me a favor, drop in the comments your worst out of warranty repair experience. And if you're considering buying a Porsche, well, tell me the year, model, and I'll tell you the things that you need to watch out for. But until then,